thank you for joining me today. We are going to be doing massage for the neck as well as some stretches that you can do yourself either after the massage or if you can't get a massage. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to just nice and slow when I'm doing a massage. When I'm about to start, I like to introduce my touch nice and slow. And I'm basically focusing on moving my thumbs away from the spine. So I'm stretching out this fascial tissue along the spine. And I love doing this without oil because you have really nice friction. You can really pull along this soft tissue. It can feel kind of funny if you've never had dry work done or you haven't had much of it, but it's really effective. So just running my thumbs away from the spinal column, and I'm not really getting into the muscles just yet. It's just that connective tissue. It can get a little bit more difficult as you get up into the neck. Sometimes this connective tissue can get kind of sticky along the spine, so this is really just super healthy way to start a massage. I'm gonna work my way back down. And really just being mindful of my own body mechanics and trying to really work as one unit. So just working my way down. And at this point, that fascia should definitely be responding a little bit more. And there's another really nice way to do this. So I'm actually just going to stack my hands. So the sides of my two fingers are going to, it's the same thing, it's a little more aggressive, so I don't ever start with this. But with this dry work, you can really get into that connective tissue in a really nice way. So I'm just running your hands along the spinal column. And focusing more on this movement away than towards me. And that's about it. So I'm going to start working my way into the actual muscles a little bit. So I'm going to start doing some just simple compressions with my thumb along the shoulder blade. And up into the trap, elevator. So I'm not really going for max pressure here, just warming everything up. Not being too tentative either. And I'm also paying attention to what side feels like it needs the most work. And get into this rotator cuff a little bit. Just getting a better idea of what I need to work on. And I'm going to go ahead and do some compressions along the sides of the neck. And this is more for just my own awareness, kind of seeing how things are feeling. Warming everything up a little bit. Just doing some light compressions along that occipital ridge. And being careful that I'm not pressing down too much, so that I'm not making Junie feel uncomfortable by pressing your face into the cradle. You can even work your way down into that levator and upper trap a little bit with your thumbs. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and do a little more dry work. So I'm just gonna squeeze that muscle belly and just making sure that I'm not pinching Junie's skin. Really staying on that muscle, those different muscles. And not spending too long here. Using my thumb and the rest of my fingers. And I think I'm finally ready for some oil. And effleurage is just a really nice way to get the oil on the skin. So just graceful gliding movements. Can even the arms a little bit, feels a little more expansive. And this is really nice if your client's feeling more stress than usual. It can feel really nice. And I'm finally starting to work my way into the shoulders a little bit, and these muscles that can pull on the neck. So right now I'm gonna actually use the undersides of my hand to work into these muscles a little bit. And this chair is definitely in my way. And I've been talking about in some of these more recent videos, just trying to really work as one unit. So really moving my own body in a way that feels natural instead of being too static. I'm going to do a little bit of petrissage in the neck, continue to kind of warm everything up. So petrissage is more about scooping and squeezing than gliding. And it's a great way to massage the levator and the shoulder, as well as the neck. But you really need to get like the right angle. So if the face cradle is too high, it can be hard to get into the neck. You can even get into the rotator cuff a little bit. You can move all the way into the arm if you want a little bit. Feel nice. I'm going to work my way opposite side. And this is another thing, another movement where I'm really trying to work as one unit here. So swaying my body as I work. And just scooping and squeezing. And you might find that one side feels tighter. And I'm finally at the point where I'm ready to move a little bit deeper into this neck. So I'm working my way into these scalene muscles and up towards the occipital ridge. And I'm going to use soft fist to start working my way into the neck. So every body is different. So sometimes you have a little more space in the neck to work with. If you're working on a smaller person, you might need to adjust your movements. So I'm just working my way up towards the occipital ridge. And I'm working my way towards the anterior portion of the neck, towards the front of the neck. But just really gauging how Junie's responding and adjusting my pressure accordingly. So for someone that has a high sensitivity level, this is a nice way to use a broader surface area and also do somewhat deep tissue, deeper work. And focusing a little more on the levator muscle. And finally, I'm going to do some more detailed work with my thumb. So starting on the posterior side of the neck and then working my way towards the front. So I'm pretty selective with where I use my thumb and how much I use my thumb. It's a really nice way to work. And I know I'm kind of breaking a rule here. You really shouldn't bend your thumb too much. You want it to be straight as much as possible. Really listening to my body here. And just working my way towards the front side of the neck. And just working my way up towards that occipital area. Just using a nice consistent pressure as I work my way up. And it's usually best to just keep contact with your client or your friend as you make these transitions. Just nice consistent pressure as I work my way up. And something you can do if you're feeling a lot of contraction is you can do some trigger point in the neck, which can be really nice. So feeling that a little bit in these scalene. So as I kind of work my way up, I'm going to start to pause a little bit. I'm just going to pause on that area. Feels a little more fibrous and just hold it and then continue my way up. And do that a few times. And I'm always careful with the neck to overwork an area. So just kind of listening to what feels right. A little bit more here. And I really like to just do both sides of the neck at the same time after I do both sides, one at a time. And I'm definitely, in general, you don't want to straighten your fingers when you work. So just, listen to your own body. And just one more pass through these traps and levators. And And I might even try to get in there with my thumbs a little bit. And I think we are ready for some neck stretches. So we're going to kind of resituate. All right, guys, so we are all set for some stretches. So Junie and I are going to come to the edge of our seat. So just make sure that you're on the very edge, but your glutes are nice and supported, and go ahead and separate your feet so you feel nice and solid. And go ahead and I'd like you to just lengthen through your spine, and go ahead and just drop your arms. So just let your arms feel pretty weightless. And I want you to lift through your sternum, through your chest, and start to just allow your shoulders to relax a little bit more. And I want you to lengthen through your neck, and go ahead and look down. See if you have that forward head posture a little bit. So go ahead and just bring your head in line with your spine. That looks really good. So this is kind of where you should be. And really just relax those shoulders. So mindfulness goes a long way, so just kind of checking in. And go ahead and just place your hands on your knees, and we're going to do some cat-cows in the chair. So as you inhale, I'd like you're going to tuck your chin in and just round your spine. And go ahead and just bring your hands away and down your legs, around that spine as much as you can. And then go ahead and just slide your hands up, and you're going to bend your elbows, lift through your sternum, and go ahead and just look up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders. And we're going to do this about 4 times. So go ahead and one more time, go ahead and inhale. You're going to round, spread across your shoulders, and slide those hands back up. Come on up and lift through your sternum. And I'm just going to watch one, so go ahead and... No, you look... Okay. So staying planted through your feet, that looks great. And round your spine. So it's more like you're like really hunching over as much as you can. So we're trying to get into our scapula and really spread across our upper back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then on your way up, you're really lengthening through the spine, rolling those shoulders back. That looks great. And go ahead and do a couple more. I'm just gonna watch. Tuck your chin in. That looks good. And on your way back up, go ahead and just lift through your sternum, and go ahead and start to look up. Good job. And go ahead and just hold it. So keep the spine long. And I want you to just keep the spine nice and steady, and just bring your chin in towards your chest. Roll those shoulders back, and feeling solid through your sit bones. So keeping it all in the neck, I want you to just start to do some gentle neck rolls. And the left shoulder, nice and slow, moving in the opposite direction. And just make sure that your spine is long. Just be careful of leaning forward, keeping the spine long. Go ahead and roll your head to the right. Nice and slow. And not moving the head back, just rolling from side to side in the front. And let's do this a few times on each side. Relaxing the shoulders as we move the head and stretch the neck. And this is really great for the scalene muscles that I worked on earlier. And let's go ahead and come back to center. And just keeping the spine long, go ahead and just relax the arms to your side. And I'd like you to just bring the hands parallel to the floor. So go ahead and just bring your hands to your side and relax those shoulders and really lengthen through your fingertips. And I'd like you to just bring your arms up a little bit. So really reach through your fingertips as you lengthen through the spine and lift through the crown of your head. So really feeling length in your neck and feeling the shoulders move in the opposite direction. And same thing, we're gonna go ahead and just drop the chin towards the chest. Go ahead and bring the head towards the right shoulder, but hold it. And I want you to just lift the left arm slightly, maybe a few inches, to isolate that stretch in the left side of your neck. And you're gonna feel this in your trapezius a little bit. which is where we want it. And go ahead and lower that left arm, and opposite side, go ahead and bring the head to the left shoulder and lifting the right arm just a couple inches. Really reach through your fingertips as you turn the head towards the left. And release. And go ahead and just let your arms feel really heavy and hang. And just lengthen through your spine and really see if you're holding in your shoulders. And like you just let your arms feel really heavy and effortless. Lengthen through your spine. I'd like you to just let your arms feel really heavy and effortless. And just lift through your sternum, lift through the crown of your head, and just enjoy that space in your neck. And go ahead and just bring your hands on your thighs. And we're gonna go ahead and, keeping the spine long, go ahead and just look up and roll the shoulders back slightly. Go ahead and look up as much as you can, stretching the front part of the neck. And go ahead and bring your shin down, stretching the back side. Posterior and anterior sides of the neck. One more time, just relax those shoulders. Bring as far back as you can. It's hard to talk. And back towards the front, stretching the traps a little bit more in a different way. And that is it. Thank you for joining us today, guys. If you liked today's video, you can also find more of my massage content on our Patreon site. I do want to thank all of the current patrons out there who are supporting us. Your support means a lot to us. If you'd like to catch a sneak peek of some exclusive content that only our patrons have access to, go ahead and stick around and you can check it out.